Yeah.
What
I
about
love
for
it.
you?
So mine's actually Succession. It's my favorite show on TV. I think the writing is amazing.
It's really good.
The actors are just great. There was this one line that one of the actors said, and I kind of looked it up, and
Yeah.
it was from a poem by Robert Frost,
Okay.
and it goes, "The woods are lovely, dark and deep,
Yeah.
but..." Oh, sorry, let me say that again. So the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. And I think it really resonated with me, just not so much in terms of my work, but in terms of where I am in my life. Because I think the whole idea with the promise is that I've always wanted to do graphic design, and I never really did. So kind of like promising myself that I'm going to at least try it and see how far I can get with it. And then with the miles to go before I sleep bit, I think I've kind of left it a bit too late, or at least I think I did. But it kind of reminds me that I kind of have to make the most of the time I have and just give it a go.
That's
So,
really
yeah.
lovely. And I really like that. It's funny because as you were saying it, I'm like, I've heard that before. Have you heard that before? The woods are lovely, dark. I've heard this before, like in a movie or something. I think I've heard it in a movie.
So it was Nan Pierce who says it in Succession.
I'm going to Google it now because I'm like, it's going to bother me. I know I've heard it. I really like that. And I think what you touched on in terms of like making promises to yourself is something that I think sometimes we underestimate in terms of, I think we feel often more compelled to keep promises to other people, and that it's almost okay to break the promises that we make to ourselves. And often that means that we don't always fulfill the potential that we have, which is why I wanted to have you guys on, because one of the things that I found really inspiring was being able to see you guys as students who had lived a whole life before, right? You've lived a whole life, but then there was this catalyst that created the change to be like, do you know what? This career, this lifestyle I've lived, I'm actually ready to make a shift into something different. So for those who don't know, like both Zohar and Cam were working previously and then was studying graphic design in the evening until like 9:30 p.m. So like they would finish work, come to class, and then like be switched on to like start designing.